Understanding the Tao. Verse 7. The Journey of Living Beyond Ego by Louis Anderson, inspired by Dr. Wayne W. Dyer.
The journey of living beyond ego, the secret to enduring like heaven and earth, is to live beyond oneself, to give without seeking reward. By serving others selflessly, we discover that our true needs are met, and we find a fulfillment that lasts beyond the fleeting desires of ego.
The journey of living beyond ego. In a bustling city, where the lights flickered like restless fireflies and ambition ran high, lived a man named Finn. Known for his sharp mind and unyielding drive, Finn was the epitome of success. He had built his empire from the ground up, amassed wealth beyond measure, and earned the admiration of those around him. Yet, despite his accomplishments, Finn felt an emptiness gnawing at him, like a shadow that lingered, even in the brightest of lights. One evening, as Finn walked home, he noticed an old woman sitting quietly by a fountain, her hands resting in her lap, her eyes closed as if listening to some distant melody. Intrigued, he approached her. "You seem so peaceful," Finn said. "Don't you have somewhere to be? Something to achieve?" The old woman opened her eyes, soft and clear, as if they held the secrets of the universe. "I've already achieved all that matters," she replied with a smile. "I have learned to live beyond myself." Finn frowned. "What do you mean? How can you live without ambition, without goals?" The old woman chuckled softly. "Let me tell you a story," she said, gesturing to the fountain. "Once there was a river that flowed through many lands. It was powerful and mighty, and it prided itself on how far it traveled, how many lands it touched. But one day, it reached a desert, and there, its journey came to a halt. The more it pushed, the more it struggled, the more it lost itself in the sand." Finn nodded, feeling the weight of the story but not yet understanding. "What did it do?" "It surrendered," the old woman said simply. "It let go of the need to flow and instead allowed the sun to lift it into the sky, where it became part of the clouds. And then, as rain, it gave life to the desert it could not cross." Finn stared at her, speechless, as her words sank into the depths of his soul. "So you're saying I need to give up?" "No," she corrected. "You need to let go. When you stop living for yourself, you discover that life has a way of carrying you where you need to be. Just as the river became the rain, you too can find a way to give without seeking, to live beyond your ego." Finn sat beside the fountain that night, listening to the water's gentle rhythm. And for the first time in his life, he felt the burden of his ambitions lift, replaced by a quiet joy, a sense of connection to something far greater than himself. From that day on, Finn began to serve others, not for recognition or gain, but simply because he could. He gave away his wealth, his time, his knowledge, and in doing so, he discovered a happiness that no amount of success had ever brought him. He learned that to live beyond ego is to live in harmony with the eternal, to be like the river that gives itself to the rain.
2 universal life lessons. The story of Finn teaches us 2 profound lessons that transcend cultural boundaries and apply to all human experiences. 1. True fulfillment comes from selfless giving. Finn's journey reveals that real happiness doesn't come from what we achieve or accumulate, but from what we give. When we serve others without seeking anything in return, we align ourselves with the boundless energy of the Tao, finding a deeper sense of satisfaction and purpose. Applying this today, in your daily life, seek opportunities to help others without expecting recognition or reward. Whether it's lending a listening ear, offering your skills, or simply being present, these acts of selfless giving connect you to something greater than yourself, filling your life with meaning and joy. 2. Letting go allows us to truly receive. The river's transformation in the story illustrates that when we let go of our ego-driven desires, we open ourselves to the limitless possibilities of life. By releasing our need to control or gain, we become vessels for the Tao's abundance, allowing life to flow through us effortlessly. Applying this today, practice letting go of the need to always be right, successful, or recognized. Trust that when you surrender your ego's demands, you create space for life's true gifts to come to you. This act of release allows you to receive more than you could ever imagine. Application to life today. In our modern world, where we're often encouraged to get ahead, it can be challenging to live beyond ego. Yet, by adopting the principles of the 7th verse, we can find a path to true fulfillment. Serve others whenever you can. Start with small acts of kindness, help a colleague, listen to a friend, or volunteer your time. Notice how these actions bring a sense of peace and purpose, connecting you to the enduring nature of the Tao. Release the need for recognition. Practice being a silent witness to life's beauty without demanding attention or validation. When you let go of seeking approval, you'll find that you already have everything you need. In memory of Dr. Wayne W. Dyer. As a follower of Dr. Wayne Dyer, I offer this story in tribute to his teachings on living beyond ego. Dr. Dyer encouraged us to connect with the infinite source of the Tao, to serve others with love, and to find fulfillment in selfless action. His wisdom continues to guide us toward a life of inner peace and purpose. Let us honor his legacy by living beyond ourselves, serving others, and discovering the true joy that comes from being aligned with the eternal Tao. In gratitude and in memory of Dr. Wayne W. Dyer.